Hey everybody, Stephen Ugan, Firebase missionary. Wanted to give you a shout out about some exciting opportunities to partner with the Lord in reaching the Twin Cities, in reaching America. And so I want to talk for just a minute about prayer. Prayer is so significant to the kingdom of God advancing. Prayer is God's way of reminding us that we need God to do the work of building the kingdom. And so in prayer, we're constantly reminding ourselves, wow, God, we need your help for your kingdom to advance. In fact, there's nothing that happens in the kingdom without prayer, without intercession, without agreement on earth as it is in heaven. That's really what prayer is. Ultimately, I mean, of course, we can make petitions to the Lord and say, God, help me get this job, or help me get this car, or help me get this spouse, or, we can make petitions before, or save my, prodigal son or daughter. We can make those petitions before the Lord. And of course, that's amazing. But the highest form of prayer is actually praying what God is telling us to pray. That's why Jesus taught us to pray in the Lord's Prayer, Father, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. In other words, let your will be done on earth. I want to agree on earth with what you're saying in heaven. And when there's that agreement, then the power of God is released. It's also why in Luke chapter 10, verse 2, Jesus said, hey, if you want to build the kingdom, if you want to see the lost sons and daughters of God come into the kingdom, then pray to the Lord of the harvest. The harvest is ripe, the laborers are few. Pray to the Lord of the harvest that he'll thrust forth laborers into the harvest field. So we've been praying that for a long time at Firebase, and we just sense the Lord leading us to double down on this whole intercession thing, the need to pray and to call people into intercession. Intercession is a very powerful ministry because it's a hidden ministry. You're not going to be famous on earth for being an intercessor, but you will be famous in heaven. That's why God says those that seem like they're the least on earth will be greatest in the kingdom of heaven. There's something really powerful about this hidden ministry of intercession. The only one who really knows about it is the Lord. The only one that knows you've been faithful in it is the Lord. So we want to talk to you about two very practical ways that you can partner with God in this hidden ministry of intercession and be the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. I don't know about you, but that's what I'm shooting for. I want to be great in the kingdom of heaven, not necessarily great on earth. There's two opportunities to do that. One is we have a national prayer team, and that means we have intercessors all over the country that we send prayer points out to one time a month. And we ask them to, in their private time in God, take those prayer points and bring them before the Lord. So if you're already part of that team, thank you. If you have a heart to pray for our nation and to pray for our city, the Twin Cities, then we want to encourage you to say yes to signing up for being a Firebase intercessor. The second opportunity is to actually adopt a worship and prayer time at the Firebase. We have 20 hours of live worship and prayer going on a weekly basis. And that is just going to increase as we head out of 2022 and into 2023. We're asking for intercessors to commit to coming to those Firebase watches and actually standing before the throne room of God. All of our worship is geared towards throne room. We want to create a resting place for God in Minneapolis, listen to what he's saying, and then agree with him in intercession and declaration over our city with what he's saying. Normally our prayer watches are an hour of worship, and then the second hour we layer in intercession. So if you are an intercessor or know you have this calling, God, would you say yes to committing to a regular weekly watch? And of course, they're at all different times of the day, different days of the week, and become an actual Firebase, a live intercessor at the altar of the Lord in South Minneapolis. So two incredible opportunities to partner with the Lord to hasten the day of his return. I hope you check those out. Of course, the details are going to be in the email or the text, however you get this message, or on social media. We'll have details on how you can sign up for those, or you could just go to our website, firebasemovement.com, and click on the pray bottom in the action center at the bottom of the website. Love you guys. See you in the throne room.